Happy root planting day. Give Mom a big one.
Give me a kiss. This is our special tree.
Baby came too.
Yay!
Morning. Text my boss. I texted him last week. We needed to try to get a day off so that we can go in and pick out our cabinets, and he said today's a good day for that. So I surprisingly had Monday off, and so it's really early and cold, and so I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do since we've got here. But first I'm gonna let the sheep out, do a few things, and then I'll show you what that is. So I have very badly been wanting to weed eat a section of our property. Technically not even our property, but right by the road, along the ditch. It's bad. So this is the area I've been wanting to weed eat so bad. But these are pretty much as tall as I am, all the way down the length of our property. So we'll see how the weed eater does. Let me tell you, it works like a dream. Can you look at the camera and say, it's morning time?
Morning time.
Say we're gonna go get a cocoa.
Get a cocoa.
From Rainey's.
This handsome man has the day off today. We called Brothers Custom Cabinets the other day, or when they called me, I told them that he most likely wouldn't be able to come after work because they close before he's off. And they're like, well, just let us know what you're thinking. And Jarrod said that he was going to try to see if he could get a day off so he could come in with me and pick the finishes. And it's today!
And we're on our way right now!
I'm so excited. I feel fancy. Like the people on TV that are like, we're gonna go pick our finishes at the cabinet company for our custom cabinets. And that's me. It's so weird. We came to pick our finishes today, and this is what we chose. We were originally gonna go with a painted counter or a painted cabinet, but she talked us into the stain. And she didn't talk us into it. She did a great job telling us that this is basically what we wanted, and I love it. And we're getting this really pretty countertop. We knew we wanted white, but we didn't know if we wanted like a stark white or just plain white, but this one takes the cake for sure. Isn't that pretty?
There's our kitchen.
Right here. Countertops with a little backsplash.
Like I was telling you before in the other video, I am so impressed with them here at Brothers. They know what they're talking about and they know what they're doing, and they are very, very good. I love it. And I can't wait to see the finished product once they get it to our house and installed.
Oh boy.
But it's wonderful. If you live over here, I would highly recommend coming to Brothers for sure.
Toby, where do you want to plant the new tree? Right where? Right there? Where you're standing? Is that where you want the new tree?
We're gonna put roots down today. Our original plan was to buy a tree and plant it on our property so that we can watch it grow, but we found a baby tree that needed to be rescued from out from underneath some big pines that shadow it, so we're gonna replant it today.
Digging it up and planting it right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Where?
Right
here. Here's the baby. We have no idea what kind of tree it is, but surely it's got to be like a seedling from one of those or something. But it's a good size.
Probably one of those terrible ones with all the thorns.
Yeah, right.
So funny. When you don't bury your water pipes deep enough. That's a big puddle. That's like a swimming pool. We'll plant our tree after we attend to this little matter. It's not even under like a foot. Watch. Watch. That's crazy. Before we signed on the property, we had permission to be out here. And one day we came up and there was just this geyser shooting out of the driveway. And she's like, yeah, my mom had a shop up there at one point and there's water, but she couldn't remember where the faucets were at. And then Jarrod was just saying yesterday, he's like, man, I really wish I could find where the pipe goes so that, or where the pipe came from, so that we can hook up a water faucet and stuff. And we found it. So we were really wanting a faucet just out here, like a spigot out, not a faucet, a spigot out here for a garden hose. And we just realized that, check this out, look. There is already a 45 on here, which means that the pipe didn't necessarily break. It just, I mean, it might have, no, there's still good threads in there. But the pipe didn't break, so we can just find it and then add a up pipe for the spigot. So we found it right here. So, Toby, we're gonna have to find a different place to plant the tree, a little further over. Putting down roots, take 2. Good job.
Happy root planting day. Give Mom a big one.
Take this, this is our special tree.
Sandy came too.
Squish your hand in. So Jarrod ran down to Rainey's to get some plumbing for the spigots, the one over by the tree that we just found today, as well as the one up by the swing that was leaking the other day. And so he just shut that valve off so it didn't keep leaking. But he went to find some stuff to fix those, and while he's doing that, Toby's taking a nap, and I'm gonna just go ahead and cut some of this pine. Just cut a whole bunch of it so that we can start putting it up on the wall. But the thing that I have to do is go through and make sure that the surface, like what's showing, that there's no tongues or grooves that are all marred up and crazy, as well as some other imperfections that I don't really want to be on the wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these, and then when Jarrod gets back, he'll finish the spigots, and then we can really start putting pine up on the walls. Yeah, so see how bad this is? This is the part that's visible. Here is the tongue, and then this is the groove. The tongue is supposed to go up into the groove and to create like a nice locking system, I suppose, and keep them nice and aligned. But, so the tongue doesn't matter if it's broken a little bit. It's not a huge deal because you don't see it. But you do see this part of the board completely. So then when it's all chipped up and broken and has giant holes, some knots are good for character, like bigger knots and bigger holes are good for character, but when they're choppy and not natural like this one, it's just better just to cut them out just so everything has a nice flow and looks intentional. They're not all this bad, but like this one will hardly have any usable pieces. I am just so grateful that we got these at such a good price when Jarrod asked about the damaged pieces and the discounts, because otherwise that would have been a big bummer that we're wasting so much. But in the long run, it's going to be way cheaper than going to the mill and getting an actual full-size tongue and groove paneling, because this creates that look, but just the facade part of it because it's so thin. But it looks really good in the living room, and I'm really happy with it. But sometimes to save money, it requires just a little bit of extra work, and that's what we decided to do with these. We will have to go through and actually measure and make cuts based on the measurements, but right now I'm just weeding out the unusable material. Perfect board, I'll take it. Alright, we're teaching Toby how to use the nail gun. Don't shoot it yet. Wait, don't shoot it yet. Okay, go ahead. Good job. Next. Good job. Wait, let go. Okay, go ahead. And go ahead. Good job!
Good job, Toby.
Look at you.
You're a big boy.
Tobes, how you like your new room, bud? You like it?
So look at there. Finished
Wait.
Toby's wall other than
Painting.
these ledges need to be cut off with the rotary tool, and then we can put in a little frame, insert the frame on the inside, and then we can put the trim on the outside to really polish it up.
Boom!
Other than that, we're done.
That's called progress.
Progress.
Yes. No. All right, folks. What's your thoughts?
We're discussing possibly just putting this thin grade pine on the wall, but my argument is that we need to put a drywall and then put this on for extra support, because I was like, man, what if we have like 3 or 4 boys and they're in here wrestling and one slams the other one up against the wall? It's surely it would snap this in half and the boys would go through the wall.
Our studs are on 16-inch studs.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty close. I mean, a little less than ½ inch thick. It's more.
It's a lot less than ½ inch thick.
A lot. I think it was more than a third, but less than a half. So right around there.
So we're gonna do a test wrestle,
3/8 maybe.
and I'm gonna throw Jarrod through the wall. Okay.
Nailed it. Ah! I personally think it's plenty, because it's also going to have stability and structure from the tongue and groove from the top one, so it's going to create like a solid surface. This is just a test on one single piece.
Okay. Did you seriously steal my corn dog? My corn dog!
Ah!
Oh my crap!
Ah! Technically you were right, but it did take quite a bit.
Mommy broke it.
Yep, Mama did break it. Broke it clear in half. Now it's firewood.
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it did take quite a bit, but
It took quite a bit. This
Wrestle.
drywall on top, and then this is gonna stick out past the door jambs on both sides.
so we talked about it, and we still haven't decided what we're gonna do to strengthen up the walls, because if we put the sheetrock on, it'll make everything stick out super far from the door frame, and then that'll cause issues with putting on trim. So we have a couple ideas that we're thinking about, but we'll have to think about it a little bit more. So I think we're just done for the night, though. We've gotten a lot done today. I feel super accomplished, but I think we're gonna just be done, and then I don't know, ask Jarrod what the next step is. Let's go ask him. So I was gonna ask you what the next step is, because every night this week we could work on something different in his room. Because, oh, we didn't tell you, we have like till mid-February to get the cabinets prepped, like the cabinet section prepped. Like we have that whole wall to do and the window and everything, and it'll be done in mid-February, so Toby's room I guess isn't a huge priority at the second. It'd be nice to have it done just so that we can mark a project off the list. And we're just gonna be done for the night, but I'm so glad to have had you today. I wish you could have days off every day.
I do too. I texted my dad then. I said I should just retire and stay home all day with my family.
This room is huge.
I'm gonna get you. Do you like your new room?
Yeah.
Do you like this wall?
Yeah.
So here we are, fixing to start on Toby's closet. We're gonna do the drywall in there. No pine, we didn't want to waste the pine in the closet. But so we're fixing to do that. And let's do it right this time.
Yeah.
Last time
we just cut and used every single piece we could.
because we don't like waste at all.
No, but what you're supposed to do, they're made with a bevel on one side so that when you put two of them together, you mud right across that bevel and it all fills up nice and flat. Learned that last time, so we'll do that this time.
Yeah, so do your mudder a favor if you hire a mudding expert and do beveled edges together. We learned that the hard way, and poor guy, we just thought we were helping him out by installing the drywall, and we did it wrong, and it ended up looking incredible anyway because he is a mudding master. Tell us, Toby, how to install an outlet in a junction box, please.
Well, this one go here. This one go here. Hello.
We measure for the back one because that's where we're gonna start, and I think 44 3/4.
You're doing a great job.
Here, Mama, we're doing.
I'm putting up a closet for you.
Yeah.
Say thank you, Mommy.
See, Mommy.
You're welcome, honey. So here's the closet. The drywall is all done. Jarrod thought they're cutting some pine for on the opposite side of the closet, but neither one of us like doing drywall, and we're not the greatest at it, but we learn something new every single time. And what I learned this time is that you don't want to cut perfect cuts. Like you want to leave some leeway, so like a little bit of room. I didn't know that, but now we do for next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time because
We hate drywall.
I don't like drywall. But it's done, and I think it looks pretty good. Did want to point out, though, that there is nothing on the 2x4 frame because I'm going to frame it in with chunky trim, so I didn't really see a need to go ahead and put drywall on there and mud it up and stuff. But we will take care of the corners, polish them up with drywall corner bead, I think it's called, and then I will just trim it out. And Well, I'd say it was a pretty productive evening. Finished the drywall. Jarrod did this little pine section, and we put a doorknob in, and it actually works. Like, we don't have to click and push. And it's bedtime, 10 o'clock, we're doing good.
So you know it's a Good Friday when, okay, quick little story. So yesterday I took two like 50-pound boxes and it had like kindling in it from Plow and Hearth, I believe, and it said on the box, best fire starting wood ever, or something like that. And so I set it on the guy's porch and was leaving, and he goes, hey, would you mind taking it to the garage? I just had back surgery. So I was like, sure, no problem. Took it in there, and then today I delivered to him, and he goes, hey, did you ever check into that wood? Because I told him I was going to look it up, and I was like, not yet, I forgot. And he said, do you want a sample? I was like, are you kidding me? And so he went inside, and he gave me a nice pile, smells super good, but nice pile of kindling for me to try it out. And supposedly this is the best ever. So that, best part of my day right there. So, score! I love free stuff on a Friday. Can't wait to get home and build a fire now. Yes! Morning. So it's pouring down rain today. It's a lake everywhere around here. You can see. I am got a load of gravel, which really we need lots more gravel around here, but for now, I just need this section. So then I'm gonna talk to Katie about maybe buying another 24 yards and having it delivered. But anyway, so I'm gonna start unloading this in the rain. Got my nice rain jacket on, so I'll stay nice and dry. But I'm gonna get this thing unloaded. Wow, as you can tell, where I backed up. Yep, I'd say I need some gravel right here. What do you think?
It's Saturday, and it's gonna be a good one.
It's pouring down rain, and so we thought, what thing better can we do than go to breakfast as a family?
But not just any breakfast. Go to Rainey's on a rainy day.
Oh,
breakfast.
I see what you did there.
We also have a wedding to go to today, which that stinks that it's raining so bad for him. But after that, the rest of the day will be ours. But it's not gonna be a completely full Saturday, but it'll be a fun. I feel like it's gonna be a cozy day.
Yeah.
We'll work inside and it'll be nice. To wrap up the electrical in Toby's room and finish all the pine on the inside at least. And we would really like to be able to insulate it and then finish the pine on the outside as well. And then his room will be done other than painting and trim work and stuff. But we decided that the pine is fine standing alone, especially since it'll lock together with the tongue and groove. That'll be totally fine. As Jarrod said, he really had to plow through to try to even break it on purpose. So I think it'll be okay. I had my family looking out for me today. Mama Hess and Aunt Susie were at an estate sale and messaged us when we were at breakfast and said, we found a couple chairs. Do you want them? Here they are. They're green velvet. Clearly I said yes because they're here, and they were originally like $50 a piece, and then they went on, kept cutting things down and doing half price and stuff. So I was able to get both of these chairs, and I know that if I ended up not liking them or not wanting them, then I could turn around and resell them for at least what I paid, if not double that. So they're in perfect condition. I would say they're antique chairs by, like you can tell on some of the edges and stuff, that they're probably antique, but I think they were just like pretty chairs, just little sitting chairs that might have been tucked away in a bedroom or something. But so I have 2 new chairs. Aren't they beautiful? They should work out totally fine because they're not near as high as the other ones were. And I don't have to reupholster them. Jarrod's got his lovely assistant here. Jarrod and Christian finished all the electrical in Toby's room, so I'm gonna work on putting pine up on the walls while they run and go get more gravel. Jarrod had done some gravel this morning, but they're still not quite enough, especially because it's raining and it's really muddy right now. So they went to go get some more gravel, and we're hoping to be able to finish this wall and the gravel before the wedding. Jarrod's looking for a coupon. We decided since we were here and getting insulation, and since insulation is expensive, we would just go ahead and try to hit the $100 mark so we could use a coupon. So we decided to pick hardware today, and that's what we did. We've got these really cool holes like this, and these kind of have a more antique type finish to them. And then these here, they're not an exact match, but they're pretty close. I think they're gonna look really good. What are you doing? Are you sitting on your insulation?
Yeah.
The wedding's over and we're home and we're gonna kill it. and get Toby's room done.
Tonight.
What is that? That is the new hallway. Hey, what are you doing in here?
Oh, you know, just finishing a room. Look, I'm leaning up against it.
It is not breaking. Ooh.
Not only did we reach our goal for the night, we exceeded our goal for the night. Jarrod did the insulation, and I finished all the pine, and we finished. So excited. Look at that. Still got a trim around the door, so if you see some gappage, that's why. I wasn't too worried about making perfect fits around the door frame because I knew I was going to trim it out anyway. We decided to get rid of this drywall against the bathroom just so that we don't have to worry about uneven finishes and dealing with the door. And I'll tell you about the door frames later when we go to install both of them and finish things out.
To remove a drywall, you have a really big sledge and you don't have to poke it through or nothing. I'm just gonna, just like that. It's just gonna come off in big chunks.
From the reverse side.
Right.
That's another tip.
Yeah.
If possible. Possible. Punch your drywall out from the reverse side, not the front side.
Okay.
And make sure your children aren't sleeping.
Very good point. Oh, that's when you know you went a little too hard. Don't let it poke through my insulation I did.
And cut.
It's going to be a tight squeeze, I believe. We're done.
We're done. Finished it.
We are done for the weekend.
Yeah.
Technically, we still have a few hours, but we're gonna be responsible and do the adult thing, and take care of like bills and stuff like that.
But we decided that since we've done so good this week that after church tonight we're just not going to work at all. We're just going to be done, do the bank book, and maybe enjoy a little bit of relaxing. But I'm so excited. I think we got a ton done this week. I'm super, super happy with our progress. And it looks like a totally different house over here. I can't even believe it.
Crazy or what?
I love it. It looks so, so good. So then next week's goals are going to be finishing up the trailer details. Like setting up the trailer for... What?
I'm just listening.
And so we're gonna set up the trailer.
Because I didn't know what the details were. The list.
Well, we kind of already talked about it. So we're gonna finish the trailer setup for our special guests, and
join us next week.
That's basically all that we're gonna do for the rest of the week is just prepare things for them. So anyway, thanks for working hard this week.
You're
I think we killed it. I'm super excited. And then if we do happen to get the trailer stuff done early, we talked about starting to work on the kitchen and preparing the kitchen for the cabinets, which is soon. So that will be the next house project. But until then, thanks for watching.